There comes John's sister. Such a dear girl as she is, and so careful of me. I must not let her find me writing. She is a perfect, an enthusiastic housekeeper, and hopes for no better profession. I verily believe she thinks it is the writing which made me sick.
Verily. Definitely, certainly, unquestionably.
진정으로.
But I can write when she is out, and see her a long way off from these windows. There is one that commands the road, a lovely, shaded, winding road, and one that just looks off over the country. A lovely country, too, full of great elms and velvet meadows.
Elm. Tree.
느릅나무.
This wallpaper has a kind of sub-pattern in a different shade, a particularly irritating one, for you can only see it in certain lights, and not clearly then.
Irritating. Annoying, infuriating, bothersome.
화나는.
But in the places where it isn't faded, and where the sun is just so, I can see a strange, provoking, formless sort of figure, that seems to sulk about behind that silly and conspicuous front design.
Formless. Shapeless, amorphous, unformed.
형체 없는.
Sulk. Mope, brood, be sullen.
부루퉁하다.
Conspicuous. Obvious, clear, plain.
눈에 잘 띄는.
There's sister on the stairs. Well, the 4th of July is over. The people are gone and I am tired out. John thought it might do me good to see a little company, so we just had Mother and Nellie and the children down for a week. Of course I didn't do a thing. Jenny sees to everything now. But it tired me all the same. John says if I don't pick up faster he shall send me to Weir Mitchell in the fall. But I don't want to go there at all. I had a friend who was in his hands once, and she says he is just like John and my brother, only more so. Besides, it is such an undertaking to go so far. I don't feel as if it was worthwhile to turn my hand over for anything, and I'm getting dreadfully fretful and querulous.
Fretful. Distressed, upset, uneasy.
조마조마해하는.
Querulous. Petulant, complaining, pettish.
불평하는.
I cry at nothing, and cry most of the time. Of course I don't when John is here, or anybody else, but when I am alone. And I am alone a good deal just now. John is kept in town very often by serious cases, and Jenny is good and lets me alone when I want her to. So I walk a little in the garden or down that lovely lane, sit on the porch under the roses, and lie down up here a good deal.
Porch. Vestibule, foyer, entrance.
현관.
I'm getting really fond of the room in spite of the wallpaper. Perhaps because of the wallpaper. It dwells in my mind so.
Dwell. Reside, live, be settled.
살다.
I lie here on this great immovable bed, it is nailed down, I believe, and follow that pattern about by the hour.
immovable, fixed, secure, stable,
고정된,
It is as good as gymnastics, I assure you. I start, we'll say, at the bottom, down in the corner over there where it has not been touched.
gymnastics, physical activity, movement, exertion,
체조,
And I determine for the 1000th time that I will follow that pointless pattern to some sort of a conclusion.
pointless, senseless, futile, hopeless,
무의미한,
I know a little of the principle of design. And I know this thing was not arranged on any laws of radiation, or alternation, or repetition, or symmetry, or anything else that I ever heard of.
alternation, adjustment, modification,
교대, 교체,
It is repeated, of course, by the breadths, but not otherwise. Looked at in one way, each breadth stands alone.
breadth, width, broadness, wideness,
폭, 너비,
The bloated curves and flourishes, a kind of debased Romanesque with delirium tremens, go waddling up and down in isolated columns of fatuity.
bloated, swollen, puffed out, inflated,
분, 부푼,
debased, degraded, corrupted,
품위가 저하된, 천한,
delirium, derangement, dementia,
선망,
tremens, tremors,
진전경직,
waddle, toddle, dodder, wobble,
뒤뚱뒤뚱 걷다,
fatuity, stupidity, dullness, silliness,
어리석음, 우둔,
But, on the other hand, they connect diagonally.
diagonally, obliquely, at an angle, crossways,
대각선으로, 비스듬하게,
And the sprawling outlines run off in great slanting waves of optic horror, like a lot of wallowing seaweeds in full chase.
sprawling, stretch out,
제멋대로 뻗어나가는,
slanting, tilted, be leaning to one side,
비스듬한,
optic, optical, seeing, ocular,
눈에,
wallow, loll about, lie around, tumble about,
큰 동물이 뒹굴다,
seaweed, sea plant,
해조,
The whole thing goes horizontally, too, at least it seems so, and I exhaust myself in trying to distinguish the order of its going in that direction. They have used a horizontal breadth for a frieze, and that adds wonderfully to the confusion.
breadth, width, broadness, wideness,
폭, 너비,
frieze, decoration, embellishment,
프리즈,